Okay, now let's head to the UK, where former Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been found to have deliberately misled Parliament over parties held at Downing Street during the height of the country's COVID lockdown. Johnson quit Parliament entirely this week, and he's hit back today, calling the findings of the report a lie. Joining me now is his former aide and campaign manager, Lord Jonathan Marland. Lord, it is so great to have you on again. It's been a little while. First of all, what's your reaction to the report, and do you think Boris Johnson deliberately misled Parliament?
Well, first of all, I'm delighted not to be anywhere near Parliament, Erin, because I'm going to the Ashes first day of the Ashes now, after this meeting, and I had a great night last night with some of our former England cricketers, as we determined we were going to beat you in Australia 5-0. That was, I'm afraid to say, the drink talking. Anyway.
You look hungover, Lord. I thought you didn't look so well.
Thanks very much. Well, I feel it. Let's say that. Anyway, that's not your question, but no. I will say hello to everyone in Australia and how much I'm looking forward to this great tournament that we have between our two countries.
Absolutely.
The Boris situation is, I think, shameful. It's patently a bunch of people wanting to trample all over him, ensure that he never returns to politics. And however much you like a person, and he does divide opinion. In fact, he divides my opinion as well a lot of the time. This is really a very unattractive display by often embittered people. There is nothing worse than a disappointed politician, who hasn't had high office, has been overlooked, and there is nothing more self-important than a backbench MP when they're allowed full vent to their feelings, and particularly opposition ones. So I think you have to look at this report in that light. The sentence is just patently unfair and unreasonable. They've accused him of leaking stuff. My goodness. You look at some of the Twitter feeds from the chairman, who basically found Johnson guilty before he was even interviewed. You think to yourself, my God, what a mess.
Were you surprised that he chose to quit this week?
No, not at all. If you are being sort of attacked remorselessly by all areas, there is a view and a feeling within him that says, well, happily, wherever I go in the world, I'm paid A, a lot of money, and B, people want to hear from me. And that's why I've earned $6.5 million in the last 12 months. My forward look is looking extremely good. I've got people who actually like me, love me, and respond very well to me the moment I leave the country. And that's what I'm going to do for the next couple of years.
Wait, sorry. $6.5 million? Is that just the speaking circuit?
Yes, and obviously advances for books and things like that. I mean, that is the... we'll see the facts when they come out, but that is what I understand he's
Wow. So I'm assuming that probably answers my next question. Does he make a comeback? You know him better than almost anyone. Do we see him in politics again, or does he say, screw you all, see you later?
Well, I don't know him better than anyone, but I do know the character, let's put it that way. I think the problem for him is he's got such a acquisitive brain and a very, very, very high intellect. He will get bored, and what do you do? What do you do when you get bored? You will seek something else to do, and it rather depends what that is. And it could be politics, or it could, because I think it's unlikely he'll get another major job in the United Kingdom, or for that matter, necessarily internationally. I don't see him as president of NATO or something like that, do you? But he is this figure who has stood over. He's been the reference point for most politicians in the UK for the last 15 years. What's Boris up to? What's Boris doing? What's Boris been doing? And he's the most photographed politician, certainly in the United Kingdom, and one of the most photographed in the world. And he's got great charisma. He's got great connectivity with the public. And I'm afraid your profession can't leave him alone. And part of the time, like all of us, he wants to be, and part of the time he doesn't.
Yeah. OK, Lord Marland, thank you so very much. Commiserations in advance when you, in fact, lose 5-0. Mind you, I don't say that with any confidence whatsoever. Go the Aussies, enjoy yourself. You deserved a few beverages last night, and we'll speak to you soon.